Commitment. It's a big question, a big subject. And I love living in this time where we have so many options. I mean, think about it. I remember, you know, I'm old enough to remember when we had 3 channels and you would flick through the channels and it was not something on one or the other. You had the 3rd channel. If there was that, you turned the TV off. That was all there was. Now you've got Netflix with hundreds of thousands of choices. You've got all the other streaming ability as well as TV channels, as well as cable and all those things. We live in a time with so much choice that we've become a culture where we don't commit. We don't commit to anything. We can't even commit to the end of a show. We can't commit to the end of this video to actually stay and learn for, oh my God, it might be 3 minutes, it might be 5, oh my, could it possibly be 10 minutes? Like, that's a hell of a commitment. Now we got a commitment of 8 seconds. That's all it is. I love that we have so much choice. I love that we have so much freedom to choose to not be committed. But here's the challenge with it. If you don't commit to something, then you don't ever reap the results. Mastery comes from commitment to something. On the other hand, I come from a generation that was totally committed. We were all talking about commitment and how important commitment was, and that if you get the job, you have to commit to the company and you have to commit to the marriage. And so many people stayed in marriages that were miserable. They stayed in jobs that were miserable. They got into careers that they didn't like, didn't care about, and they were miserable. And now with more choice, we're going, you know what? I'm kind of done. I don't want to be in this job. I don't want to be in this career. But here's what I want to see. So now you've got this piece. You've got the power of commitment and also the downside of commitment. You've got the power of all this choice and no commitment, but the downside of that. So what do? Do you stay committed? Should I stay committed when I'm not really quite feeling it? Should I abandon things because I'm not quite feeling it? Which is it? And the truth of the matter is that neither of those things work. I love that there's so much more choice, and I want you to take that choice. But you see, I want to give you the analogy of a relationship. I get upset and frustrated by people who leave relationships before they ever find out the depth of that relationship. I also get upset with people in relationships who stay in a relationship for 10, 20 years that they were miserable in 3 months. They never actually got to do the work. So what's the problem? On both sides, these things don't work. The answer is this. You don't want to commit to a thing, and you don't want to abandon a thing. The commitment is here. It's not out there. It's not to that relationship. It's not to that job or that career. It's here. The commitment is to fulfilling your soul. The commitment is to fulfilling your purpose. See, when you commit to fulfilling your purpose, you own your brand, and you can actually own an industry. You can transform an industry because your commitment is to that. Your commitment is to that purpose, not to the vehicle. So the marriage, the relationship, the job, the career, those are all vehicles. You commit to what drives that, and what really drives it is the purpose within it. That's how you get to own an industry, that's how you get to be empowered, and that's how you get to have mastery. This is Dov Baron, founder of FullMontyLeadership.com, saying stay curious, my friend. Stay curious about how you need to become more committed to your own purpose, to your own growth, to your own development, so that you can own and even transform an industry, and how you need to be less committed to the things everybody thinks you should be committed to. So next time, this is Dov Baron, Full Monty Leadership, and I'm out.